Thinking I'm gonna lock in my hubs for this one. Did I lift a wheel? I bet it looked good. I'm excited to see it. Well, I know this is kind of a weird way to start an adventure video, wearing a suit and tie, hair done up all nice, clean shaven. Here's the situation. It's a Saturday. We had search and rescue training this morning, so I had to come into town for that. And then I brought my suit with me because I just barely got back from a baptism, and I live several miles outside of town. So did the search and rescue training, ran here to the shop, changed into my suit, slicked up my hair, went to the baptism. That was fantastic, really enjoyed that. Came back, and now I'm going to change back into my adventure clothes, put my adventure hat back on. We're going to go see what we can find today. I really need a little bit of solitude and just a recharge. The last 2 weeks have just been hectic, just been chaos, hectic, terrible, frustrating, stressful at the shop here. I've got this machine down here. I've got this machine down here. I'm pretty sure we're getting a bad toner supply coming in on top of all the other supply chain issues that we're experiencing. And I've got one other production machine that was down last week, which means that all my production came to a halt. And we're in a really heightened production season right now. And so jobs are piling up. I mean, just an absolute mess. Finally got one machine up and running, so all the jobs are going to that machine, which is making for some really, really long days. I've spent the night here at the shop twice within the last 2 weeks. Basically just running all night long. I'd crash on the couch here in the break room for like 2 hours, get back up and start running the machine again, just trying to get somewhat caught up on the work that we have. So this week, the last 2 weeks, you know, my stress level lives about here, about medium high, and the last 2 weeks I've been overwhelmed with stress. So I'm physically exhausted, I'm mentally exhausted. I need a recharge. I need a good what I call a therapy session, basically just to get out in the hills, get away from everything, and just see what I can find. So that's the plan. I'm going to change into my clothes, put my adventure hat on. We're going to go fill up the Landcruiser. That's probably going to cost about $100 to do with the way gas prices are right now, but that's still cheaper than a therapy session. I can verify that. I've got a brother that's a therapist. So that's going to be my therapy session, is fill up the tank, go hit the dirt roads and see what I can find. And it's probably going to be, there's a back route that goes to my house from town. It's kind of a sandy road, and there's just a lot of spur roads that go off of that to different places. I've run quite a few of them. But that's probably what it's going to be. I'm going to take the long way home, and it's going to be, we're going to take this road. That looks like a good road. We'll take that. That looks like a good road. We'll take that. See where it leads us, with a plan to be back by dinner time, because I think we've got, I think my son said mini tacos is what we're having tonight for dinner. So definitely going to want to be back for that. So that's the plan. I'm going to get changed, load up. We'll hit the road, see what we can find today. Well, after snacks, 71 bucks. $71 to fill up the tank and grab a couple of snacks and hit the road. Still cheaper than therapy though, I'll tell you that. Well, I've got myself a nice shady spot here, this little bottom of the wash here. Back up behind me, I was coming down the hill and could see kind of off to the, what would that put us? Almost the east? According to the sun, kind of back to the east here. There's just kind of some cool draws and cliffs and rocks and stuff out through there. that just looked interesting. I haven't hiked around this stuff before. I've actually been on this road before. In fact, I broke down coming down that hill about 6 months ago or so. Ran into a fuel issue with the Landcruiser. We're still not sure exactly what was happening with it, but we got it fixed up and got it back out. But so I've been on this road before, but I haven't been up in that before, so we're gonna go hike and see what we can find. All right, I'll load it up. Let's go see what we can see. This is a cool little alcove up in here. Pretty interesting. Right up in there. Some sort of a nest or something. I'd probably call that a pack rat nest. See if I can climb up here without slipping. That's some sort of a pack rat or something right up in here. Made this nest. They'll pile up branches like that, kind of like a beaver dam, I guess. And a little hole in there. In there, there's probably just tunnels throughout where those guys live down in there. But this is cool. All these textures and colors. Neat little spot up in here. So this rock I'm standing on here, what I think was kind of what caught my eye. There's kind of a couple more up over there that are just kind of big rolling rocks like this, similar to the area that we call Cocoa Rocks. I don't know if you've seen that video or not. I'll put a link for that though. Really cool area and kind of unique rocks for this area, not something you typically see over there. So I'm gonna go check that out. But I also saw this. I don't know if you can see it way over there. Let me see if I can point it out for you. Right over here, there's some other kind of cool sweeping rocks with like a stripe of lighter color in it and just kind of some neat stuff too. So I might end up making a big circle and hitting that too, seeing what that is. But for right now, I'm gonna head over to those others and see if I can check that out, just because I'm curious what it looks like up close and what else might be around it. rocks here kind of different. They've got like layers. I don't know if you can see that. Look at those layers along there. And it kind of swirls through. It's interesting, isn't it? I don't know what the difference is between that layer of rock and what it's sitting on. That's kind of more sandstone that it's sitting on there. And then that piece on top. Something different. Makes for some cool scenery and stuff to check out here. So, and then you get into this and you get a complete color change. What's the difference between that and that? I don't know. Something, iron oxide. Is that what gives it that red color? There again, I'm gonna need some geologist to pipe up and tell me, because I'm curious. I'm curious what makes the difference between that. But all I know is it makes for some pretty stuff to find. Good country out here. Yep. Yeah, I'm loving it. This is just what I needed. Now I'm getting close here. Coming out on this point. And this is definitely a pretty canyon down in here. There's a deep wash, but on the other side are those cliffs that I kind of spotted back across the way, and it's looking to be some pretty cool country. I don't think I've got time today to really hike it all, but I'd like to come do it sometime, check it all out. But I'll show you here what I'm seeing as I make my way out onto this point. Wow, it's really neat. There's a kind of what we'd call a toadstool or a totem over there. Even looks like there's some water down in the bottom of this. Guaranteed Toner's going to want to check that out, so we're probably going to have to at least hike down to the water, but this is beautiful. She's doing zoomies. Doing zoomies up and down the creek. Best thing ever, huh? So cool. Good stuff, huh? Well, it's almost 4 o'clock, and I think I'm fairly close to the cruiser. Should just be right up here somewhere, but I think I'm gonna start beelining and stop lollygagging. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that country. Awesome. Really cool. Great afternoon. Anyways, I'm gonna head back to the cruiser. I've got one more stop I want to make before I head for home. And it's a petroglyph panel. I've been to quite a few times, but I just want to go check it out again. It's on the way home, so it's not really out of my way. And there's a geocache there also, and so I think I'm going to stop at that geocache and stick a couple of stickers in there, see if I can't pass along one of those stickers to maybe one of you guys. So anyways, we're going to head on back, let Toner run in the water as we make our way back to the cruiser, and then we'll hop on the road and see if we can't beeline towards those petroglyphs, and then we'll be ready to head for home. Thinking I'm gonna lock in my hubs for this one. Did I lift a wheel? I bet it looked good. I'm excited to see it. Well, here we are. We've arrived at our last stop, and we'll go check this out. See if we can't see these petroglyphs up here. Okay, this is them. We've got these right here. Kind of see there's a kind of like a dude, some legs there, little headpiece. These ones are kind of faint here. I can actually see them better in here than I can. That's graffiti, frustrating. But like this here, headpiece, tall neck, arms. I don't know what they mean. Got kind of a squiggly line right here. Here's another one up here, and the headpiece up. We know what those are, right? We've been over that before, haven't we? Here's another one here. Kind of a cool spot. And then you've got all these mud wasps, right? Let's see, I think there's some more over here up high, if I remember right. Oh, more mud wasps. But then if you look up high up there, right up here, kind of cool looking, huh? You've got this guy right there that's got like a little halo on his head or something. Maybe a couple of sheep over here. I don't know what this symbol is here, kind of a cross with balls on the ends. I don't know. Looks like there's even some more up higher. I don't know that I've ever seen those. Looks like 3 or 4 guys kind of side by side right there. Well, it's pretty cool. I like finding stuff like that. I kind of grew up doing that with my dad and my mom. They enjoyed seeking out petroglyphs and studying them, trying to figure out if they could translate them. I'll have to ask my mom if she ever got anywhere with that. But pretty cool just to see those symbols and to think that I don't know how many years ago, maybe even thousands of years ago, certainly hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that somebody wrote those there for some significant reason, telling a story, maybe a map. There's one that we thought might have been like kind of a sundial, which I need to go find. It's been a long time since I've been to that panel, and I'm not sure if I could find it. It used to be in the transition of where a paved road turned to a dirt road. But that transition isn't there anymore because they've paved the whole thing. So, but just cool to see that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna see if I can find this geocache real quick and drop a couple stickers in there, then we'll be on our way. Okay, those guys going in. Sorry about that. That just dropped you. Oh. So if you think you know where that is, come find them. Grab yourself one. But it's time for me to head for home now. So we're gonna go hop in the Landcruiser and follow a dirt road, make a turn, follow that dirt road for a while, go through a wash, hit some pavement, and then head for home. Until next time, lock them in, grab a gear. I'll see you in the hills.